In a cozy little patch, where the autumn leaves fell like colorful confetti, lived a fluffy bunny named Hop and a cheerful chick named Quack. Hop, with his long, twitchy ears, loved to bounce and pounce. Quack, with his bright yellow feathers, loved to flap and explore. One sunny afternoon, as they were playing hide and seek among the haystacks, they stumbled upon something extraordinary. "Wow, Quack, look at that," whispered Hop, his nose twitching with excitement. There, sitting in the middle of the pumpkin patch, was the biggest, roundest, most cheerful jack-o'-lantern they had ever seen. It wasn't spooky at all. In fact, a warm, friendly light glowed from inside, making its carved smile seem extra happy. It looked like it was winking just at them. "Cheep, cheep, it's gigantic," chirped Quack, waddling around it in a circle. "It's bigger than our house, Hop." Hop agreed. "It's the most wonderful pumpkin in the whole wide world. We have to put it on our porch for everyone to see." "Great idea." Quack flapped his little wings. "Let's move it." Hop puffed out his chest. Being the bigger of the two, he felt it was his job to do the heavy lifting. "Stand back, Quack. I've got this." He crouched down, put his paws against the pumpkin's smooth orange side, and pushed with all his might. He wiggled his fluffy tail, his ears flopped forward, and he made a little grunting sound. Hang! The giant pumpkin wobbled just a tiny bit, maybe a millimeter, and then settled right back into place. It didn't budge. Hop took a deep breath and tried again. He backed up, took a running start, and bounced right into it. Bowing! He just bounced right off and landed softly on a pile of crunchy leaves. The pumpkin didn't even shiver. "Let me try. Let me try," chirped Quack, feeling very important. He might be small, but he was full of energy. He took a big gulp of air, flapped his wings as hard as he could, and pushed his little feathered body against the pumpkin. He pushed and flapped, flapped and pushed, his little feet pattering on the ground. The only thing that moved was a single leaf stuck to the pumpkin's side, which fluttered down gently. "It's no use, Hop," Quack sighed, feeling a little deflated. "It's just too big." Hop sat up, dusting the leaves from his fur. He looked at the pumpkin, then at his little friend. The pumpkin's happy smile seemed to encourage them not to give up. Maybe we just need a different plan," Hop said, tapping his foot thoughtfully. He looked at Quack's strong little wings and thought about his own strong bunny legs. An idea popped into his head. "I know! What if we try it? Together?" Quack's eyes lit up. "Together? You mean you push and I push at the same time?" "Exactly," Hop exclaimed. "You're a great flapper, and I'm a great pusher. If we combine our powers, we'll be unstoppable." So they got into position. Hop placed his paws firmly on the pumpkin. Quack stood right beside him, ready to flap and push. "Okay, Quack," Hop instructed. "On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hop pushed with all his bunny strength, his legs digging into the soft earth. "Hang!" Quack flapped his wings like a tiny yellow hurricane and pushed with all his might. "Cheep! Cheep! Cheep!" They pushed and pushed. Suddenly, their feet slipped on a patch of slippery, damp leaves. Whoops! Hop tumbled sideways, and Quack did a little somersault, landing right on Hop's fluffy tummy. They both giggled. "Did it move?" Quack asked, peering over Hop's side. Hop looked. It had. The giant jack-o'-lantern had rolled forward, just a little bit. It wasn't much, but it was a start. It moved. It really moved. Hop shouted, bouncing with joy. "We did it! Quack! Our teamwork is working." They scrambled back to their feet, feeling more determined than ever. They knew what they had to do. "This time," said Hop, "let's try to push in a rhythm, like a song. Push and rest, push and rest. Okay? Got it," Quack chirped, getting back into position. Hop started a little chant. "Ready, set, and push." They pushed together, grunting and cheeping in unison. "And rest." They took a tiny break. "And push." Slowly, very slowly, the giant pumpkin began to roll. It rumbled softly as it moved across the ground. Roll. Stop. Roll. Stop. They kept going, following their rhythm, past the haystacks, over the bumpy path, and across the grassy yard. It was hard work. Hop's paws were tired, and Quack's wings felt like noodles, but they didn't stop. Every time they looked at each other, they smiled and felt stronger. They were a team. Finally, with one last, big, coordinated push, the giant jack-o'-lantern rolled right up onto their little wooden porch. It settled perfectly next to the door, its friendly, glowing smile lighting up their whole home. It looked like it belonged there. Hop and Quack stood back, panting but proud. They looked at the huge pumpkin, then at each other. They had done it. They had moved something that seemed impossible, all because they worked together. Hop couldn't contain his happiness. He started to bounce. Quack, filled with joy, started to flap his wings. Soon, they were doing a silly, happy dance all over the porch. Hop did a little hop skip and a jump, and Quack did a little flap waddle and a spin. They twirled and giggled under the warm, cheerful glow of their brand new pumpkin friend. They learned that even the biggest challenges are not so big when you have a friend by your side. And that was the best discovery of all. Thank you for watching our story. Don't forget to follow for more adventures with Hop and Quack.